Dave Reichert, welcome back to Undivided.
Hey, I'm happy to be back. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so what have you been focused on this summer leading up to the primary, which is just in a few days?
Gosh, the major focus is to reach out to every person in Washington State that's ready to vote and change Washington State. So we've been traveling the state and just meeting with as many um, voters in Washington State as possible.
I'll say I've been covering politics in the state for 15 years. I've never seen a smear campaign quite like the one that Bob Ferguson has rolled out against you. He has a lot of money to get a lot of attention on those smears. What has been the approach to sort of push back against some of what I've said on the show are just blatant lies?
Yeah, it's difficult because he was able to get a head start on raising money by transferring some funds from his attorney general um, campaign fundraising efforts. So that put us a little bit behind. We have raised about $4.2 million. It takes a lot of money to run ads. He's running about $2.5 million worth of ads right now. We're running about $500,000. And what's frustrating is that he's a politician who he's a politician. He is a politician. I'll say that over and over again. He who spreads lies and spreads fear. And it's frustrating because I've spent an entire career trying to reduce fear. And I've been on the witness stand my entire career and raised my hand to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. So I come from a different world than he does, and what you see is what you get with me.
Has that been working? I mean, do you have voters who come up to you and express concern over the things that Bob has been talking about around, abortion, for instance, or same-sex marriage?
Yes, even in the parades, some people are coming out and saying, "Hey, what about this ad? That Bob Ferguson has put up?" And I said, it's untrue. And so I get, if you're running through a parade, and if you've seen me in my parades, I run back and forth from side to side to touch as many voters as I can and as many people as I can. I just enjoy meeting people. But yes, they are having an impact. When I get a chance to explain myself, then people are saying, well, okay, I get it. I understand.
Yeah. So, this is about obviously, we'll have you in for a sit down if you make it through the primary election and talk a little bit more about the specifics of your platform. But for Washington voters who are, maybe not thrilled with the direction of the state and who are torn and trying to make up their minds, what would be the fundamental difference with having a Governor Dave Reichert over a Governor Bob Ferguson?
Yeah, I think bottom line is that people are tired of constant news reports of crime. They're living in a community where their cars are being stolen, their homes are being broken into. They may live in a community where the homeless are living on the streets, where people are using drugs. If they're tired of that, then they need to vote for Dave Reichert. If they want to increase police presence and have a safe community, they need to vote for Dave Reichert. If they want to reduce homelessness, they want to help those people on the street that are um, addicted to especially fentanyl and other dangerous drugs. If they're mentally ill, then vote for Dave Reichert. If you want to lower costs, lower taxes, you want to use the energy that you want to use in your home, then vote for Dave Reichert. If you want to have some control and some say over what school your child goes to and what your children's child is learning in school, then vote for Dave Reichert. Those are some of the quick top line messages that I can give. If you want honesty in government, then vote for Dave Reichert. I've got a record of honesty throughout my 33 years in the sheriff's office and 14 years in Congress. I'm ready to serve. I'm doing this because I want to make a difference. I want to bring balanced government back to Washington State. Far too long, we've had one failed solution after another.
Let me end with two questions, just to be clear, because I think for people on the fence, these are going to be two fundamental things they've been seeing all over the place. I've said I'm pro-choice. If I thought for 1 second that you were lying, that you would go try to do something to erode a woman's right to choose, I wouldn't support your campaign and I wouldn't vote for you. So for voters who have seen the ads from Bob Ferguson saying that you would erode the right of a woman to choose what to do with her body, you say what?
I say absolutely not. That question has been asked and answered. We've had a law in the state since 1970. It's been codified in law several times since then. Obviously, Supreme Court has said, look, this is a state rights issue. It's the people of the state of Washington that need to make this decision. I have no desire at all to change the abortion laws in Washington State. I did not vote for a nationwide ban on abortion. I don't know how much more clearer I can make it. I don't think the governor should have that power, should make that decision for the women and the voters of Washington State. I believe that the voters of Washington State should make that decision.
Yeah. And this is what I'll end on, because anything can happen in elections. Like, look, I think that you're going to make it past the primary, but crazier things have happened. There's a few other candidates in the race. There's been a division amongst Republicans. What would you say today to conservatives who do not believe that you're conservative enough to earn their vote?
Well, I mean, their choice is Bob Ferguson or Dave Reichert. I think that's an easy choice. I'm a person who makes decisions based on facts. I am not an ideologue. I'm just going to be upfront with everybody. Look, I want to be the guy who says, let's bring Washington State together. That includes everyone from Washington State. I think there's a lot of frustrated people in the middle that want to address the issues that we're facing today. And I want to encourage everyone from the left, from the right, and from the middle to come together. Let's work together. Let's find solutions. Let's look at the facts and let's move forward and fix Washington State.